All right, guys, welcome to another day. My boy Ray is looking thick as frick in that suit. I gotta be honest with you, that boy, he didn't got some size on him. Welcome to the stream. We in the stew. We're ready to go today, man. It is almost Christmas. Not wait for Christmas time. I'm not on the screen. Wow, something is glitching. Something is glitching. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'll fix it. Wow, Colby, why does this happen every time? You're just pissing me the frick off. I'm still here, man. Hold on. Slow it down. Father Christmas is still here. Oh my gosh, it's not working. Dude, this is gonna piss me off. It's literally, the camera is gonna piss me the frick off. I'm still here. Maybe just until I figure this out. You just listen to my little voice, huh? This happens, so I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. This whole system knows how to piss me the frick off. There's no reason for it not to be working, but that's okay. It's every day. Sony, come on. You're a good cat. Colby's nowhere to be found. You want to see what it looks like for me? This is the only one. Up. All right, hold on. I gotta fix it. What the hell? There we go. Hi, guys. All right. Frick dis. I don't know why my life has to be harder than it has to be. You guys ever feel that way? It's like my life just has to be a little bit harder than it should be. Just to see if I'll crack. Just give me a harder time. That's fine. I can handle it. What is up, everybody? Sorry for the wasting of your time. We got a thick as frick guy coming back. I really do feel bad for Ray. I feel horrible for Ray because to have to come back is ridiculous. So he's back, and we're going to get to it very quickly. And Rubby wrecking the deck. What's up, big dog? Ray's in the house. Good to see you. My guy is thick as frick. We all know it. Let's start the video.
Swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and whole truth.
Let's see what Pryor's got for Ray today. Now, remember, the last thing that Pryor did is blame Ray and say that Ray was making Melanie Gibb testify a very specific way. That was his argument, that Ray basically forced Melanie Gibb, or I'm sorry, not Melanie Gibb, Zulema, forced Zulema to testify against him specifically and make sure that her story was straight. That's not at all what Ray said, but I'm sure that's going to come up. Let's make sure everything's on today. It's always the subtitles that just frustrate me.
All right, the witness has been resworn at this point. Detective Hermosillo, I'll ask a few questions before we commence with your direct examination by Mr. Wood. Since this case has been going and you last testified, have you in any way observed any of the trial testimony?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Have you talked to anybody else about the testimony they've given during trial? Okay, thank you for confirming that. Mr. Wood, if you'd like to inquire on direct, you may.
Thank you. Good morning, Detective.
Morning.
You've already testified, but if you can just briefly remind the jury what you do for a living in Rexburg.
I'm a lieutenant over detectives in Rexburg Police Department.
I'll put it right here.
And were you involved in the search for Ty Ryan and J Daybell?
Yes, I was.
Detective, do you recall approximately when Lori Vallow was arrested?
February 20th of 2020.
And do you know where what jail she was eventually held in?
Eventually Madison County Jail.
Are you aware if the Madison County Jail has a phone system for people who are in the jail to speak with friends and family?
Yes, they do.
Right. What is that system called?
It's called Intelmate.
Do you have access to Intelmate?
We do.
How do you access Intelmate?
Through the police department, they give us a username and password. And so we log on and we're able to listen to phone calls from inmates.
That's insane.
And so those phone calls are recorded.
They are.
Do you have any ability to alter or?
So I'll be honest with you. This is something that nobody knows yet. besides Kelsey and Ray himself, because he had to listen to it. When I was talking to Lori, I was having my, let's call it my Britney Spears era. I was crashing out because I was going through so much. And during COVID, everyone, all these guys were buzzing their hair and dyeing it blonde. I had the brilliant idea to ask Lori, who was a very below average hairstylist, how to dye my hair. So part of the part that probably Ray had to listen to was me asking Lori how to dye my hair blonde, and it turned as yellow as unhydrated piss, and it was disgusting. And then I had to tone it, and Kelsey's actually the one that saved it, but I was having a really hard time in life. That was the lowest of the lows for me. But I'm sure Ray had to hear all of that stuff. But when I tell you guys what I mean, the other day I said, when I called Chad Peter Griffin, that it was private. I understand it's not private. Like, I'm not stupid. I know it's not actually private to the point where nobody could listen to it. But what I am saying is I didn't say it because I didn't say that for everyone in the world to hear it. I said it to Lori directly, never knowing if that would happen. So, but yeah, those were some, that was a hard time in life. And, fuck Lori.
Change those recordings with your login information.
No, we don't.
As part of your investigation into searching for JJ Vallow and Tylee Ryan, did you listen to jail phone calls between Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell?
I did.
Why were you doing that?
At that point, we still had 2 missing children. So every day we listened to phone calls between Chad and Lori, and there were multiple phone calls. But we were trying to get any information to the whereabouts of JJ and Tylee at that time.
How often would they speak with each other?
Maybe 10 or 12 times a day.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that the witness be handed what's been marked as State's Exhibit 392.
Also, Kelsey came up with a swear jar system today. So she wants to start a swear jar that you guys can donate to if you want to. I think we're in the deep negatives on the swear jar, and that's on me. But yeah, it's there for you guys. And Jen just posted for you.
Council's been given a copy already, and I have a courtesy copy for the court.
Can you imagine Ray's job of listening to Chad and Lori have conversations? Can you imagine what that would have been like? The mundaneness
Thank you.
of those conversations and how psycho they both are.
Detective, do you recognize State's Exhibit 392?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
A thumb drive that I listen to recordings on. Listen.
While
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
listening, I'm going to find a picture of the blonde hair to expose myself. So I'll just know I'm listening, I promise.
Are your initials on that?
No, not on this one.
I might have the actual exhibit, and then I'll trade for the courtesy copy, please. Thank you, Mr. Bailiff.
Are your initials on that exhibit?
Yes, they are.
So you have reviewed the contents of that specific exhibit?
Yes.
As part of your investigation, did you ever listen to a jail phone call recorded on June 8th, 2020 at 9:16?
Yes, I did.
Is that what's contained on that exhibit?
Yes, it is.
Is that a true and accurate representation of the jail phone call you listened to?
It is, yes.
Your Honor, I'd ask that State's Exhibit 392 be entered into evidence.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
All right, exhibit 392 is admitted.
Okay, before Ray goes in, this was what it turned into. That was my blonde hair. It's really hard to see on the screen because the green screen is literally making it translucent. That was me with blonde hair, but I had the really bad blonde hair before this situation. So hold on. I might have deleted all of evidence of this. Yeah, I think I shaved my head. Yeah, I did. I shaved my, I buzzed all that blonde off. Yeah, I don't see the crash out blonde. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing, dog. Hold on. Oh, this is a video. Look at this hair. That looks like a guy named Bjorn. All right, keep going.
Detective, I believe you testified you listened to many jail phone calls, correct?
Correct.
Just briefly, is there a reason why this jail phone call stuck out to you?
Yes. The content in which you're about to hear, what they were talking about and who they were referencing, stuck out to us. Yes.
And we spoke about that this jail phone call was recorded on June 8th of 2020. Do you recall an event that took place on June 9th of 2020?
Yes.
What happened that day?
That was when we served the search warrant on the Daybell property and found Tylee and JJ.
And so did you listen to this June 8th recording before or after June 9th?
It was after June 9th.
And Your Honor, if I may publish by HDMI?
You may.
And Judge, for purposes, I'm going to ask that the entire audio recording be published.
You intend to publish the whole call, Mr. Wood, or an excerpt?
Your Honor, I intended to start the call in at about 6 minutes. I think if Mr. Pryor wants to play the rest during cross, he's certainly welcome to.
Yeah, I would agree. You can publish an excerpt if you'd like, and the entire call has been admitted. And if you wish to play other sections not played by the prosecution, you can do that on cross.
So this is the day before they found him.
And for the record, Your Honor, I am going to start at 6:10. Or 6:04, because that's where it's going to let me start.
Visions under pillars of fire. That's what you were reading to me.
Yeah.
Because at the very beginning,
If I can inquire, is that coming through the,
No, it's not.
so it was had ordained for us to begin coming. The Lord had visions under pillars.
Sorry, guys.
Visions under pillars of fire. That's what you were reading to me.
Yeah.
Because at the very beginning,
if I can inquire, is that coming through the,
No, it's not.
Sorry, I tried to fix it, but it didn't work. Oh, John, we're negative. Yeah, we're negative a stack in the swear jar. We are not doing well when it comes to the swear jar. It is
because
negative.
this was all still before the second coming. The Lord had ordained for us to begin the millennial day within Zion and her cities, while war and chaos reigned everywhere else. So it was already like the millennium. They were already living colonial way
Like a pocket, yeah.
the whole time.
Like a pocket? The hell were we talking about? Like a pocket?
Well, that's kind of how I've seen it. As begins with a family, then a neighborhood, then a town, then a city, and New Jerusalem's kind of the best example of that.
Right.
Yeah, it starts
Oh, thank you, Monica.
small but grows exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's will, and they're doing all they can to destroy one of the key families, but they're not going to.
So funny. Stupid
And there's
ass.
so much that I know. I was sitting here thinking about that. I know too much.
Yes.
I can't deny it. I know it's just a matter of time. I just don't know what that time is.
I'm gonna break out of here, Chad, and we're gonna walk away together. We're gonna get away from all of civilization, and we're gonna live. So stupid. You're still there.
So I texted Ray. He responded pretty quick.
Detective, I'm going to pause it there. Did you hear Mr. Daybell say I texted Ray?
I did.
It's because my microphone wasn't up here. Yes, I can. Did you hear Mr. Daybell say that he texted Ray?
Yes, I did.
Through your investigation, did you become aware of any individual that had a nickname or alias of Ray?
Through our investigation, we learned that Alex Cox often went by Ray Lamar. We also associated a Gmail account through phone records back to Alex Cox, and that Gmail was raylamar@gmail.com.
Ray Lamar. They made that up after they met Ray, because he never went by that. Lamar's the only thing I remember him ever referencing, or, you know, the movies I've told you guys that he was obsessed with. But Ray must have been after the whole jail thing.
Now, what was the date of this phone call again?
June 8th of 2020.
And was Alex Cox alive or dead at this time?
No, he was deceased.
Do you recall when he died?
December 12th of 2019.
Detective, through your investigation, did you find any information that Chad Daybell claimed to have the ability to speak with people who were deceased?
Judge, I'm going to object relevance.
Oh, it's
Overruled.
very relevant.
through our
Relevant,
investigation,
relevant, you son of a bitch.
interviews with multiple witnesses that were close to him, through the teachings in his books, he would often talk about how he had the ability to see and speak with people on the other side of the veil.
And Your Honor, I'm going to resume playing at 7:34.
All right, before you do that, Mr. Wood, I think we might be able to assist on the audio.
I really love the judge, man. He's a good guy. He doesn't get enough credit. So, by the way, obviously, you guys know how I feel about Rexburg. And I think Lindsay and Rob, and I'm so sorry I forgot the other guy's name, but he was incredible as well. And you know you can't mess with Ray. Like, he knows every little thing. You can hear how professional he is, how calm he is. You have no shot, especially if you're prior. You don't have a shot towards him. You don't. You have no chance of making him slip.
Your Honor, I'm going to start playing at 7:34, and if the court can let me know if it's coming through the speakers.
All right, thank you.
Oh, that's good. Usually it's hard to get a hold of him. He's busy
Okay.
days.
Yes. But I asked him what we talked about. He's very optimistic.
Who the fuck is Sorry, I'm going off the rails lately. I've been cussing way more than normal. Who is he talking to? He's talking to fake Ray, and he responds, and he's optimistic. I really want to know who or what kind of communication they're having. Is it literally just the air? Are we really just out there talking to anything? Or are you actually hearing voices? That's something I wish we could find out. Were there actual voices responding or not?
Optimistic for you, or he's very optimistic it could happen.
He's very optimistic for both of us.
He doesn't know his own project timeline.
He said stick with it. Feel what he projected in that paper he wrote.
They are giggly as hell. Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear you giggling. Oh, that's haunting. Remember when they said all they do is giggle? This is the giggles. Do you hear it?
You know, house renovations always take longer than they think.
That's the problem.
I've been watching that Extreme Pools,
Uh-huh.
and the people are like 3 months out. Like,
I mean,
when they estimated they'd have it done, and they're like, we had so many problems, we couldn't get to the backyard, we had to pull a crane over the house to get these huge rocks for the waterfall.
I can remember last summer, Taylor Hill, Mark's friend, parents moved into a trailer, like a camping trailer, in their driveway because they were going to build their house by the end of the year. Guess where they're still at?
Really?
How the fuck is that funny? What's funny about that? He moved into a trailer like a camping one for a few months. Why is that funny? Like yesterday. Is there something funny about going to work?
Their house to their
LOL.
son. It's just a weird situation, but you're exactly right. Yeah, it takes forever.
Yeah, there's always something comes up. Well, we didn't know when we dug in your backyard, we were gonna find whatever.
That's admission right there.
And then they're like, we have to redo all the piping, and then we had trouble with this, and then something else happened. So, but they try to make it sound like it wasn't really that long, but it's always like, it's gonna take 3 months.
Ray, I'm so sorry, brother. I know this is one phone call and it's been about 2 minutes, and the fact that you had to listen to this. Oh my word.
And then 3 months after that, they're like, okay, it took 6 months. You couldn't come in your backyard at all. And now it's not summer anymore. Now it's winter, and your pool is finally done.
Right.
It's not funny.
So he's optimistic about his construction problem, or construction problems, not problems, but plan.
What
Yeah.
is so
Construction
funny? These
plan,
two are
blueprints
idiots.
Are still intact.
Yes.
Their timing.
And I kind of just said, I texted
Aw, thank you, Christina. Christina sent money to the square jar. You're so sweet.
him what you just said is, you guys are always a little off.
Right, exactly. We just want a real estimate.
Right.
What do you
Mhm.
say?
He just laughed.
Fuck this
Well,
shit.
You're not excited?
I don't even want to do this anymore, bro. I'm done. This is stupid. What's so funny? There's not even one thing you've said is even remotely funny. This sounds like two people who have just met, who are doing an interview, who have to fake laugh the entire time because the other one is doing it. It is that uncomfortable.
He did not confirm nor deny that fact. That contractors are always later than they think they're going to be.
He's like, you know, it'll work out, you know, how he is. He did want me to say he misses you.
This is weird.
But he's not far from,
Yeah, he's under.
you know, contact. We can talk.
He's
We can text him
He's in outer darkness by your all means. He's somewhere not good.
whenever he wants.
Yeah, I can't text anybody. Have text.
It was,
Text for me. That's like me telling you, I need you to tell this person and talk to this person.
I'll text him back. But he's
Text him back.
optimistic. That's, I mean, I want to go visit him and grab him by the throat and say, really?
Can he? I know he's optimistic, but can he just make us any guarantees? I mean, we did make our down payments and everything else.
Guarantee.
It was like a guarantee, just an end date of our project.
Well, he knows you pretty well. He just laughs.
Fuck these two psychopaths. Get the swear. Yeah, Tess said today, get the swear barrel out for the next 2 days. At the end of the stream, I'll tell you who's next. This is all code. It has to be. So they're guaranteeing Alex from the other side of hell is guaranteeing them that their project is going to be sealed away, and they're going to make sure that there is a absolute. Alex is basically guaranteeing them that everything's going to be okay and that there's an end date to all of this. This is all code. You guys are saying in the chat, but it's, as you can hear, the digging up of the backyard is clearly in reference to Tylee and JJ. You hear how callous they are. You think that they care. They don't care at all. So fuck both of them. And I have no empathy, sympathy, nothing towards these people because this is as cold as you can get. So why would I feel bad for them? Sick human beings. And two giggly little just, oh, okay. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Let's keep going.
No, I asked him what he thought of the video project. He said it was really nice. He loved it.
Oh, good.
Detective, through your investigation, were you aware of any type of video put out about Alex Cox around this time?
Not around June 8th. But shortly after Alex Cox died, his sister Summer Shiflett made a YouTube video with clips of Alex photos throughout his life and put it to music. And so we viewed that early on.
He does not deserve memorial. He doesn't. He doesn't deserve to be remembered. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to speak on other people's way that they grieve, but this is a monster. When she made it, though, give her one thing. Alex died in December, so they did not know for a fact that Alex had killed. At least they didn't know that he killed the kids. But still.
But that's what is being referred to here.
Judge, I'm going to object. That calls for speculation. He can't speculate is what it calls for.
Untimely, overruled.
Untimely and over.
I had stopped playing at 12:13. I'm going to recommence playing at 12:13.
You may.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm going to
Although I
start
never
saying
heard
that all the time. Untimely and overruled. I'm just going to say it to my kids.
that song before. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just something on like iMovie or something that's on your phone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like one of the backgrounds that you can
Sure,
use
she
or something.
found just a happy one. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know, because I've never even heard that one, or I've never seen the app, but I know people can do that. iMovie, it was always on my iPhone, I just didn't ever click on it.
Yeah. But
This
Frustratingly
conversation is so
optimistic.
stupid.
this is
So frustrating for us.
yeah,
We're gonna be
that's what I
completed.
mean.
Thanks for completing your project on time. Will they get a bonus? They do it.
Fuck her, dude. Do you hear how callous she is? This is what I'm trying to say. Don't ever sit there and defend Lori and act like she's just too possessed. Do you hear how clearly they even speak in code, knowing and say, thank you for finishing your project. They're thanking a man who went to hell for killing her kids for her so that way she didn't have to do it physically herself, or at least he did the majority of the work. And they're sitting here talking about it in code and fucking giggling like two little school idiots. Just giggling like it's the funniest shit that's ever happened in their lives. Do you think that they care at all about anything or anybody? Absolutely not. Nothing.
Oh yeah, I'll give him a bonus. It was good. It was good to talk. You know, I hadn't texted him in a while.
How the fuck did you text him? He's dead.
So he would still answer all my questions in the same way, you think, if I texted him?
I think you ought to write down some questions for him. Maybe even mail them off and see what happens.
Mail him off? Where the Okay, this is... He's literally dead. I don't know what else we're supposed to say.
To you. I have no doubt. Don't forget President Holland's talk. That snippet. He seemed like he wanted to text you if he could. Yeah, it's all true. That's all I can say.
Ray looks
They
pissed.
haven't forgotten.
I know they want to work on their project and they're not too happy. You know, that's how I filtered out. Oh, it's like, I'm busy.
Well, true
I'm
for that.
It's good. It's good.
I can't fucking listen to them giggle again. The swear barrel's out today. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous, and this is so. It just confirms everything. It confirms it all. It confirms how much they don't care. And by the way, as I'm looking right now, I don't know why your guys' chats are frozen. I'll see if I can fix that.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he's still very interested. He hasn't forgotten about us.
I know he has other projects, so I know how much.
I don't know if that did anything. It might not work. It looks
He's
like it froze.
involved in this latest batch.
Wow. Remind him when you do text him back that.
Ray said the giggle day in and day out for months. It's been 10 minutes. I'm going to pull my ears off. That giggle from Chad is the stupidest little shit I've ever heard. He's a grown man and he's giggling like this about all the stuff they've done. It's funny to them. And he giggles every fucking time he talks. Every time he says something, he just shut up, Peter. That's what he is, Peter Griffin, to the T. I called him before I ever knew it.
At the beginning of this project, he said there was only like a 3% chance that there would be trouble from certain aspects. And then there's like 100% trouble because that's where it all started.
3% trouble over killing your kids. Okay. Grammy, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you.
So find out about that.
Right.
See what he has to say for himself on that. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
See how callous they are?
I do.
Oh, man. Put me in Royal Rumble, both of them. Put me in a Hell in a Cell, bring Alex back from the dead, and let me have just my hands. Put us in a cage and watch The Undertaker just start tombstoning everybody in there.
Recall what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
Judge, I'm going to stop at 1635. Detective, who is asking who to obtain information in that that we just heard?
Lori was asking Chad for information.
Your Honor, I'm going to continue playing at 1635.
You may.
So I want to know why that is 100% instead of 3% chance of having a problem.
They're laughing about it. They're laughing the day before Chad shit his pants and tried to run down the road. Oh, I would have done anything to see that man who was so confident and giggly get in his car and peel off and see those lights coming after him and have him have to make a decision to stop and then get taken down. I wish there would have been an on foot pursuit. I would have done anything. I hope this man has shit his pants over this because they are both such sick human beings. I have yet to see many other people absolutely just revel in what they've done as these two. And I've listened to a lot of really harsh cases and done some studying. And yet I have not seen anybody as happy about what they did than these two.
I think he was somewhat right in that. The other aspect were other people. It was a combination.
I know it was a combination. I'm saying there were other problems, obviously, of the location. But what I'm saying is that it's a combination of only, 5 problems.
I agree.
That was a big one.
It was a big one. Uh-huh.
So my faith in those kinds of guarantees are lower.
Me too.
And beggars can't be choosers, I get that, but you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
It's not like I get to pick the colors of everything that I want. He's just gonna have to figure it out.
Right.
Since I'm here and I can't be in charge of the project. So
Mhm. Yeah. I've thought back on that entire scenario.
we went over the plan and the blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking snap right now. They're talking about 2 murdered children. Natalie, exactly. They said 5 problems. How many people were killed versus 1 attempted? That would have been exactly 5. And then she's pissed off that she can't be in charge of the project because she's in jail. And they're also making fun of it and laughing and giggling. And Chad just said, I've thought over that whole project, and acting like he doesn't know. And they're laughing over and over and over about all of the murders they've committed. And it's all their own family, the closest people to them.
And yeah, he said that wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
Hmm. Well,
What did take on that one? Why was that?
it really was.
Right.
No, I don't doubt that. It's just strange how it blossomed. So
Go ahead.
you go ahead.
Something
Oh,
happened to our
sounds
chat,
like
guys. I
hell.
don't know what happened. It's never done this.
Do you think it was meant to have complications and meant to go that direction?
At some point, yeah.
Well, then you should have said, hey, this is a 99% chance that we're gonna have trouble with this soil.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's all we were asking.
Well,
Could this potentially be good, or do we have to billow sand?
I think we sensed that we shouldn't take it lightly, and I don't think we did. I mean, we only discussed the matter with the trouble once, and I thought we cut it off and did well, and now that problem is kind of causing its own trouble for itself.
Right. But there's other things in the project where when I'm going back over it, right, that I could have easily done or been inspired to do to avoid a lot of the issues that are going to come up with that.
Yeah.
That we weren't made aware of, so. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I
So
do.
it was meant to go this way, you think, is what I'm saying.
I do. It's terrible. Minor changes here and there, but overall, this was part of the blueprint. I mean, just
What?
They feel bad for themselves. They're mad about being in jail and all of this stuff. She's mad that she's in jail and can't hide the bodies and all this shit. It's worse to hear their own recordings than anything.
Oh, I just wish it hadn't been. But I'm thinking of previous blueprints where the people weren't warned either. Just maddening. Ray's in that contractor position for a reason, and he's not gonna drop us for another project.
Well, can't he like forcibly use a hand, punch some people in the face and get some things done? Some people in particular, like the 3%er person?
I don't think he wants to be violent. But
Oh yeah, no. Alex doesn't want to be violent. That'd be out of character if Alex was violent. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. I don't know why I'm ever carried away and ever surprised by their lack of actual humanity, but it actually is insane. I don't know what happened to our chat, guys. I had to remove it. It's never done this before where it just froze, and now it's just, I don't know. And the only way to fix it is if I got off of this and tried to go and fix it on the other website. So I'm sorry about that.
mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not saying be violent. I'm saying get their attention.
He did. What he did was kind of mute her effect. I don't know, just kind of kept her in her place for quite a while, to the point it almost diffused any value of her.
Not talking about that. In the beginnings, going back over the whole blueprint and all the things that
You guys are seeing the chat on the screen on my screen. Let me know if you see it on my screen on this side of me. This side of me. It's backwards, sorry.
I don't know what the word is. When you go through it. Anyway, a lot of that stuff could have been avoided.
Yeah.
Just minor tweaks.
Yes.
And I don't know why it had to go down this road to where we are now in the project.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't fully understand. I think he'd text you back or write you back.
ultimately what I need from you is that the project is going to be finished and everything is going to be fine and it's going to work out.
Yeah, let's make it work out for you two absolute psychopaths. Let's make sure that nothing ever bad happens to you two, because that's what this should be about. Let's get guarantees that you're gonna walk out and then everything's gonna be good. This was the day before they found them. I'm so glad that this was the one of the last conversations they had.
That's what he said.
Well, I need you to tell me that every day, several times.
Okay. My sweet, lovely Lola.
Man, shut the fuck up. Man, damn. Why don't you just tuck your freaking stuff between your legs and walk around like that? My gosh. My sweet, lovely little Lily. My sweet little psychopath. Me and you are so... This is like... These two are mental hospital people. They really do. They both should be, for real. Nasty shit.
Things are going to work out. Not just because he says so, but because I know so.
Yeah, that shit hit you the next day in the face. This makes me so happy that this was the stuff that they were doing before they got caught. This is the best last conversation, because you two psychopaths are making each other know so. I know so, my little Lily, that everything fucking next day. I'm so glad that happened, honestly.
It's the marvelous plan. Slight
How do you know
hiccup.
so?
How do I know?
Let's hear you, little giggler. No PayPal here, but here's for the swear jar. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you. I'm so, honestly, I know this sounds horrible, but for them to talk like this the day before and then get Chad gone the next day is the best, one of the best justices, because of the fact that the guarantee was coming from Chad. Listen to this shit. How do you know?
It's been shown to me, honey.
Mm.
I've seen those beautiful eyes filled with tears as she sings to amazing groups of people, and I've seen that wonderful body dance to heavenly songs.
What the fuck? You are such an idiot. Look at you. This is so embarrassing, and I'm not even involved, and I'm horrified by this bullshit. You are such a... Oh my gosh, there's no word. You are a female dog as it gets. You are a... Oh my gosh.
Your Honor, I'm stopping at 2641.
Thank you.
Detective, in that conversation, who is asking who for assurances?
Lori was asking Chad, and we found that throughout multiple phone calls. She would ask Chad for assurance.
And who said they had seen the plan?
Not Rig saying Chad's got game. You with your... I've seen those beautiful eyes and that heavenly body dances I've seen. Next day, your ass was in jail. Hell yeah.
Defendant Chad Daybell.
Your Honor, I'm starting again at 2641.
Rob, please.
Your purpose is only beginning. It's hardly begun. And it will be the pair. It won't be solo. And it's going to be incredible.
Be Cholo and not Solo.
That's right.
Fuck Cholo. Fuck you two thinking this is a magazine mixing your names together. Thank you, Emily. A
Yeah.
Lush gift card for Ray to take
It'll
a
be the
shower.
Eurythmics. No solo careers. I'm just absolutely sure. I was saying it will be the Eurythmics. It won't be two solo careers.
I know, but I'm saying you said you have absolute what? Confidence?
Absolute assurity, confidence.
Yes! Ray came and got your ass the next day. Oh, this is so sweet. Isn't it sweet? This is the shit they said the day before because they thought they were going to get away with it. This is the only just immediate backfire. The best thing that could have happened is this assurance the day before. And then this dude comes in and goes, they're at the house. Good. They finally got both of you, because both of you are psychopaths and you deserve to be locked away because you are literally absolute psychopaths, murdering psychopaths. And this was what you're getting the day before. Best thing ever.
Confirmation. It's going to be as seen. There's some things that aren't going to be altered. Your value is tremendous, immense, and needed in every way. You're tremendous, my love. I know that is a fact.
Yeah, if anybody's confused, this is a prison call, so it's all recorded, which is hence why they're talking in code. They made up this idea that they would make some kind of code. They did it with all the stupid Pretty Bird, all those movie references I told you guys the other day, but that was they're talking about Tylee and JJ in the backyard and the project and the soil and the fact, like, this is all being recorded, hence why they're talking in code.
I think you underestimate yourself. I'm not trying to give you a big head or ego, because you don't have one. You just are spectacular, and the Lord is going to use those talents. You're on earth at this time for that purpose.
Yep.
I'll try to call you back so we can pray.
Pray to the
Okay.
devil. Dumbass. What an idiot.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Mic drop that, Rob. I love it.
Council, before we begin cross here, I think this would be an appropriate time to take our mid-morning recess. So let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, thank you, Lily.
It's right at 10 o'clock. So if we could start up again, we'll try for
Let's
10:25.
fast forward a little
We've extended the morning recess to take up some administrative matters. In addition, council's been working on, this is an appropriate motion to be heard outside the presence of, to have the state introduce the exhibit.
It would be slide 18 to hear what the objective 100-yard driveway from
Sorry, guys. This is all an
Suggest that there was
objection.
ever any attempt or even a plan to engage in some sort of a shooting out there. And the state has presented nothing, at least at this point, to suggest that. And they can't just take an arbitrary point, Judge. That would allow them to take an arbitrary point at any point of the property.
Dog, if I would have heard this in person, I genuinely would have screamed in the courtroom. I would have had to. Yeah, they couldn't have kept me in here. They couldn't have kept me. I would have Bobby Boucher'd the living hell out of probably the whole table, but that would have been the target. And it would have been probably, I remember counting from this corner is where I was on the chair. You go right around this table curb, you keep it tight, and then he's right there. It would have been a jump from here to here. He would have been down. And then, I mean, the fastest haymakers of all time would have happened. It would have been the fastest you've ever seen someone's hands move, because that's what would have happened. I already thought about it during the sentencing. If I would have heard this giggling around this subject, it would have been gloves off without even a thought.
Measure out 200 to 300 yards anywhere, and that's really what they're doing.
Shut up.
All right, Ms. Blake, what's the response from the
indicate 0.5 drop from certain locations, including
They're
long-distance
discussing,
shots.
just so we're not missing anything, right now they're discussing, because Alex shooting at Tammy is coming up, that Pryor's trying to keep that out because the jury's not in the room. And so it sounds like they're trying to argue if they can bring that into the courtroom, because they have pretty substantial evidence that Alex was Googling things on how to shoot Tammy, basically outside, all that stuff. But it sounds like Pryor's arguing, and I don't really care to hear it.
And the vehicle driven.
All right, thank you. For a case 148 Idaho, October 8th, for burial site, the evidence.
Man, this is a long. Here we go. Looks like we're back. There's our guy. Okay.
It will be a little more effective if they hear it, I guess, right?
Ray's not fucking with you, just so you know.
I could make another comment about what's going to be reported, but I think I'll just stop there.
He doesn't think you're funny. Look at this stupid ass smiling. Shut up. Sitting there giggling. The giggler. Freaking nerd. Get to it, Pryor. Let's go. You're on 1.2. Sit down.
The jury is present.
Here we go.
Good morning, Officer Hermosillo.
Good morning.
Now, you had an opportunity to listen to the tape and you offered some commentary on that. Do you have a recollection of information that Mr. Daybell felt that there needed to be building a village for the end of times?
What?
No, I don't recall a village. I recall putting up tents, but not a village.
Okay. And the construction of a safe place when the second coming occurs. Is that what you recall as well?
No.
Okay. And that there were some discussions about people moving to Rexburg to be safe from, again, the second coming. Do you recall that?
That I do, yes.
Okay. And on the tape, I heard, I believe it was Miss Valos saying something about, I don't get to pick the colors of what I want. Do you recall hearing that?
Yes.
Okay. And would that suggest to you that they're talking about building buildings?
No.
No.
Does anything in this discussion resemble the construction of any sort of structure?
No.
Repeat the question again, please.
Does any of the discussion on the tape seem to suggest that they're contemplating the construction of some sort of a structure?
No.
So the discussion about blueprints and picking colors has nothing to do with the building of anything. Is
Do
that
you pick the colors of your pool? Is it really like, do we get to have a red pool on the bottom? Is that what we're doing here?
what you're suggesting?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
Don't start with Ray.
And at this point, this tape again was at what time? The date?
June 8th, 2020 at 9:16 p.m.
Yeah, you want no problems. You want no problems with Ray. He will fuck you up.
And at this point, there's this, you would agree that there's a discussion about future plans, correct?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay. And at this point on June 8th of 2020, was Tammy Daybell dead?
She was.
Okay. JJ Vallow, to your knowledge,
Yes.
already passed away?
Yes.
Kylie Ryan?
Yep.
Okay. Alex Cox?
Yes.
Okay. So there wasn't, from your knowledge of this, some nefarious plan to kill or murder anybody, was it?
Oh,
It was in furtherance of the plan through our investigation to lead the 144,000 or whatever it was that
Okay.
that they wanted to do in the future.
Okay. And I guess those 144,000 were going to live in tents?
I have no idea where they were going to live.
Okay. So we're not disputing that there was some plan to have some sort of a refuge in the future in Rexburg, right?
I can't testify to what Mr. Daybell was going to do in the future.
get
You
his
seem to be
ass.
testifying of what you thought he was talking
I freaking love Ray, bro.
about on this tape, though. How is that different, sir?
Objection argumentative.
Sustained.
Thank you.
Now, Judge, I'm moving for admission of Defense Exhibit 104 and 105.
You cannot mess with Ray, bro. You
And Judge, for the
cannot.
record, yeah. And these had previously been provided to the state. Judge, I also took the liberty of printing off photos, provided those to the state earlier, as well as to Officer Hermosillo to identify those. And my understanding is the state's going to stipulate to the admission of 104 and 105.
Mr. Wood.
Yes, based on our conversation earlier, I'd also note that this is testimony beyond the scope of what was discussed earlier, but as an agreement with Mr. Pryor, we're going to allow that to happen today.
Okay, so I'll allow direct on that and expanded scope as well. I wanted to also be clear from a note I had from the exhibit clerk. 104, is 104 a separate exhibit, and then there's 104A3
And Judge, I may need my computer if that's the route we're going to go.
individuals. We'll just make sure.
Yeah, this is nuts. Man. Ray, I'm sorry, bro. Not only did you do everything, you had to come in here and deal with this. This is insane. Bro, this is forever.
Published to the jury by way of HDMI.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Here we go. 30 minutes later.
Oops. Now, officer, as part of a search
No. You know it's not, officer.
of the Lori Vallow, Alex Cox apartments and garages, there was a search that was conducted on December 19th, 2019. You recall that?
I do.
And at that time, my recollection is the testimony is that Alex Cox's garage was vacated. Is that right?
The apartment we believed Alex was living in, which is 107, was completely vacant. His belongings were found in 175.
Okay. And then the garage of Alex Cox as well, was that vacant?
The garage of 107 was vacant, yes.
And then there was a subsequent search, and you previously talked about some weapons that were found as a result in 175. Is that what you recall?
That's correct.
Okay, but there were other items that were discovered, and this is by way of stipulation of the parties. And do you recognize this picture?
I do.
Okay, and can you describe and if you could get the marker out, I would appreciate it. And go to the top right corner of that exhibit.
Okay.
Right there, and it looks to me, what does that look to you that those three rolls are?
Duct tape.
Okay, and then to the left on the top upper right-hand side? Are you able to identify what those are?
Looks like a fire starter lighter, maybe.
Okay, and then in the middle, there are some canisters. Can you tell me what those might be?
Right here.
Yes.
I can't tell exactly what it is, but it looks like maybe something to clean guns with.
Okay, okay. And Judge, this is going to be a little onerous, so I'm going to have to do this a little bit at a time if I could.
Oh my gosh. Get your shit together.
Publish again, Judge.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the bottle, the cans as a closer look, what would those be?
Still can't tell.
Okay. In any event, these were items that were found in Lori Vallow's garage, is that correct?
Correct.
And if those were cans to clean guns, there were also guns found that were identified as being belonging to Alex Cox, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
My gosh, bro.
What are you looking at here?
Taking damn forever.
It looks like a knife.
And
Some
on the bottom
tools.
left, do you see what that might be?
Looks like a saw.
Okay, and then do you know what a
Oh,
Dremel
I
is?
can't- mm-mm.
Yes.
What's a Dremel?
Tool to drill out certain things.
Okay. And Judge, again, we'll unpublish this.
Oh, that shit hit me hard. A bunch of sick people, man.
You see that?
I do.
Okay.
Come on.
And these were pictures taken by law enforcement. Do you recall that?
I do.
Other than the bucket and the gloves, do you see anything of significance that might be in this picture relevant to this case?
No.
Okay.
Do you see all that stuff he had?
In Alex Cox's garage?
I don't know.
Tarp.
Would it be fair to say there were several?
I don't know how many were found in the
Okay.
garage.
More than a couple though, right?
Sir, I don't know how many were found in the garage.
Okay.
Told you guys, bro. I think he's took a lot of what he did from Dexter. I kid you not. I kid you not. Like, I'm not kidding. I really think that that's where he
And Judge, if I could just have a moment.
got his
Oops.
thoughts from.
Could I use the Elmo in this picture as well?
I do.
Okay. And various chemicals. Do you see anything that resembles anything like cement in there?
Not that I can see.
Okay. What do you see here?
Plastic tub with black plastic.
Plastic and white plastic as well
Um,
in the upper
yeah,
left.
it looks like white plastic.
And again, these are items that were found in Lori Vallow's garage. Is that right?
That's correct.
And then what do you see here?
Appears to be bolt cutters.
Okay. And then I'm looking down at the bottom of this picture and it's on a green bag. Can you make out the green writing that's on that bag?
Looks, I can see maybe a CRETE, so I'd assume some type of concrete.
Okay. And various other chemicals within this picture as well. And these were found within Alex Cox's. Do
Objection, counsel's testifying about chemicals. Move to strike.
Abstain.
you see any other buckets of any various sorts?
I see buckets. I don't know if they're full or empty.
Okay. Several buckets in the previous pictures as well. Would that be fair?
Yes.
Okay. And Judge, I'm done with the Elmo. Thank you for the consideration.
All right.
And in addition, there were, I'll wait for you, officer.
Oh, you can go continue.
In addition, there were numerous guns and ammunition as well found in there, correct?
Correct.
And those were all identified as belonging to Alex Cox?
That's who we assume they belong to, is Alex, yes.
And
It's just the it's the premeditation, I think, is what hit me, and then seeing the tools and thinking about buying tools and knowing what they're for, and just like, I don't know, that just hit me different because I know that he was thinking about it, right? They were thinking about what they were gonna do to Tylee, to Charles, to JJ, to Tammy, to Brandon. They thought about it and they bought the necessary things to do it. And so it's just the reality of the sickness. Like when you just, I don't know. I don't know how you could go through with it, even if you thought about it. To do it is just another level, you know? It's just the fact that it was on your mind and then they talk about it this way, that Chad and Lori giggled through the entire thing, and it absolutely means nothing to any of them. Like they were just trash, right? Like all these human beings were literal trash to them. And then they have the audacity to sit there and act like it didn't matter, and that they're the ones who are suffering now, right?
a significant number of knives, weapons, guns that were found in that garage. Would that be fair?
That's fair.
Did you happen to determine when and where all of those knives and guns had been purchased?
I personally did not.
Do you know if anybody did?
I assume they did.
Okay, but you don't know.
I don't know for sure.
Okay. So we have no determination as to when these purchases may have taken place. They could have taken place in Arizona, correct?
They could have, yes.
They could have taken place here as well, correct?
Correct.
And if they took place here, you folks had access, at least one of your witnesses had access to Sportsman's Warehouse, so they might have been able to confirm that, right?
That's correct.
Judge, I don't have anything else. Thank you.
All right.
We're a minute away from it being done. I don't even know if they're going to say anything else.
Mr. Wood, redirect.
I don't think they're going to redirect.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
All right. First of all, always I like to give everyone their flowers, but specifically also Ray for having to deal through this, having to find all of that. I think sometimes maybe we all just kind of forget what they've all been through, the investigators, the things they've had to see. I think sometimes we just forget how real this was, and that made it, for me at least, really real again. And just seeing it just makes you think about the reality of it all over again. So just if you guys could just throw in something for Ray, hearts, flowers, I don't care. But I don't even know if he's here. I just want him to know how much I appreciate him and love him, and just what all of these people go through, right? All of these agents, all of these people who are in law enforcement, FBI, all that stuff, like putting themselves on the line for us every day, having to deal with this, you know? And then all the prosecutors and everything. It's just a huge shout out to people who are serving the public, right? Yeah, thank you guys for doing that for him. But yeah, that sucked. That sucked to see that. That sucked the life out of me for this whole rest of the stream. Sorry. It's just the reality of seeing it makes it 10 times more planned and thought through, and the money that went into it, and just how sick they all are, all of them. And yeah, they'll all know hellfire for sure. And they're very unrepentant, which is exactly what we always try to talk about, is you are delusional if you think that you have no reason to ever say you're sorry or repent. It's the opposite of Jesus. So anyway, tomorrow is going to be another swear pool, barrel, lake, whatever you want to call it, because we are watching Emma and Garth Daybell, which are Chad's two oldest children. Emma's is 2 hours and 20 minutes, and Garth's is like 45, very short. So we're just going to combine those and get them out of the way. I'm not going to hold myself back, as I haven't held back at all since we've been watching this. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, we're going to get to that tomorrow. Appreciate you guys and love you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for just walking through this hard moments, the ups and the downs of these trials. You guys are amazing, and you know that. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow.